State of Karnataka giving a quick update on the latest with regards to the investigation. So, a quick recap of what he said. This is an update, viewers. The Home Minister has confirmed that not 30, but there were 57 people who were injured, out of which a little over 47 have been discharged. And Imran, you were translating what the Home Minister said live for our viewers. Quick recap of the points he made. One thing that the Home Minister said that we will act against those who are responsible. But if the state doesn't even want to take onus, who are they going to act against?
Well, absolutely. That makes the question. The Home Minister said that going further, they're going to issue a SOP. But the SOP should have been there by now. And especially in such an event like this, there should have been there already SOPs are there. And what is the Home Minister is talking about a new SOP? He's come out saying that the fence going further, only if the police gives permission, then we will organize the event. That means there is something that the police didn't give the permission this time, implying, and there was decision taken even though the police had alerted that they will not be able to manage the crowd, and this such kind of stampede could occur. That is one of the candid admission coming from the Home Minister that that going further, police permission, only police gives permission, then the event will be organized.
Okay.
So he's probably hinting at that the permission was not given.
Okay, so
and
can one assume, Imran, like this is a very important point you're making. Just by listening to what the Home Minister said, can one assume that there possibly wasn't permission for such a large gathering? And despite seeing the crowd swell, no measures were taken on time to ensure that, crowd is managed properly. The event went on. Was there no permission, Imran?
Well, absolutely. Looking at one can infer and deduce. The Home Minister didn't categorically say, but he said that hence going further, only police permissions, events will be given go-ahead only for the police clears it. So that means that this event, as BJP already alleged, that there was no permission for it, and in fact the police had said that even they cannot give the permission for such an event in such a short time.
Right.
We have the letter which the Karnataka State Cricket Association had given letter to the police, and the police had said it's a short notice. We cannot organize this event. So somebody within the government, as BJP alleged, one powerful minister asked the permission to be given and the event to go ahead, and that was for publicity, and that was to claim credit, and that was to show that rush to take credit of the IPL win.
Right.
That's what the whole entire exercise looks like, and because of which the criminal negligence happened. The police were unprepared because till morning 5 o'clock they were working at bandobast and they were stretched out across the streets. That also a point made by Home Minister just now.
Imran, do stay with us because Neha is speaking to the Home Minister of Karnataka. Let's cut across.
By a Deputy Commissioner Urban, Bengaluru, and till a report comes from the inquiry, we will not be able to say anything. Compensations also have been announced. 10 lakh rupee compensation we have announced, and KSCA has also announced 5 lakhs rupees compensation. And this process, in fact, it is on, and I am going to visit this spot just about 11 o'clock, and I'll discuss with the RCB people, I'll discuss with the KSCA people, office bearers, and their point of view also we will discuss and see.
So you said you'll take strict action, sir, but who's going to be responsible for these 11 lives? Could this not have been better planned? A lot of questions are rising, sir. You said it was done in 2-3 hours only.
A lot of questions raised. As I said, let the inquiry report come to government, and if there are any lapses, definitely they will point out the lapses, right? And whoever is responsible for those lapses, definitely we will initiate action.
But what was the hurry, sir, is the question that's being raised. Could it not have waited for one day and better planned, sir?
We did make a request to the RCB or the KSCA. They organized this.
Yes, sir.
And the part of it was government also felt that we also should facilitate them. That's all. After all, it is Bengaluru, Bengaluru team. The government also felt that let us be part of that celebration. That's all. Beyond that, we didn't ask we are going to do it. RCB and KSCA, they are the ones who brought the team to Bengaluru for celebrations.
Sir, now was there also, sir, some instructions that had come in from the police, sir, against doing this? Because the previous night also you mentioned that the celebrations had gone on till almost 5 in the morning. The police was also tired.
All those things will be, inquired by the ministerial inquiry team. Once that report comes, then all these things will be answered.
Sir, my last question to you, you mentioned earlier as well, sir, that, nothing untoward happened outside the Vidhan Saudha, sir. So while, of course, there are a lot of questions being raised about how there was photo ops that was happening inside Vidhan Saudha, the common man was left to fend for themselves outside Chinnaswamy Stadium.
No, I just said only at the Vidhana Saudha nothing happened, fortunately. And it is unfortunate, this incident has happened. I feel very sorry for it. 11 innocent lives have been lost. I pray the Almighty to give strength, to the families. Government also is with them. We have given a compensation. Of course, compensation is not a, an answer. But then again, we have to, as government, we have to do that.
Had such crowds not been anticipated, so you said nearly 9 lakh, 8.7 lakh people is what travelled back in the metro. Was this crowd not anticipated at all, sir?
Metro has made an announcement that between 9 and 11, there were about 8.7 lakh people have travelled. So 90% of them would be the same crowd. So that is the magnitude of the crowd I am trying to say that. That's all.
But there was no anticipation of this, sir, earlier as well.
Thank you.
Okay. So there was no anticipation, sir, of this kind of a crowd, sir?
No, surprisingly.
Okay, well, of course, that was the Karnataka Home Minister there talking to us, telling us that, yes, while there may have been some lapses now on the part of the government, they are trying to do course correction over here. An inquiry report, a magisterial report, of course, would now be sought. But a bigger question that really arises over here about the lapses, who's going to be taking responsibility? We saw that statement coming in there saying that nothing untoward happened outside the Vidhan Saudha. Remember, that's where all of the VIPs were.
Absolutely.
That's where the Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister, ministers, their families were all greeting the party.
Neha,
While outside
admission
the
of lapses, and also if you remember, if you go through the statement carefully, RCB organized it, KSC organized it. We just wanted to be a part of the celebration. We just felicitated and facilitated the celebrations. So what exactly is happening here? Now an inquiry report will be coming in, and as it should. But what about the multiple questions? Compensation. Will that bring back 13-year-old Devansi? Will 10 lakh rupees bring back 17-year-old Shivaling? Will 10 lakh rupees bring back 19-year-old Chinmay? What about 29-year-old Chintamani? Will compensation bring back Chintamani Devi? Will compensation bring back 33-year-old Manoj, Akshata, Bhumik, Shravan, Purnachan, Sahan? What about these lives? Who's accountable for the loss of innocent lives? People who came in to celebrate the victory of their teams, and the state was caught off guard. All the deployment was done at the area where VIPs were there, which is outside the Vidhana Saudha. But what happened outside Chinnaswamy Stadium? People gasped for breath and the celebrations went on. And today when questions are being asked, what do you get? Okay, there were lapses, but we didn't organize it. RCB did it. KSC did it. So, there is one gets an impression, Neha, that this is an attempt by the state to shirk responsibility, isn't it?
Well, it wouldn't be wrong to say that, the statement there that's come in now, with the Home Minister saying that nothing untoward happened outside the Vidhan Saudha, at least, almost somewhere shirking off, saying that it's okay. At least one place that we organized the celebration or the felicitation went okay. But, let's remind our viewers that the one place where the celebration that was organized by the government had only VIPs, their sons, their families, their daughters. But the place that actually required the security the most, the place that required more adequate arrangements, where the massive crowds that turned up at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, where people were left to fend for themselves, gasping for breath. Nearly about 8.7 lakh people that travelled in the Namma Metro yesterday. is what the Home Minister says, a majority of who was the crowd that had turned up at the stadium. Well, evidently, of course, even if the government was to merely felicitate the celebration or the request that had come in from the franchisee, a question that arises is why was it done without adequate arrangements?
Right.
While no one's questioning the felicitation itself at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, the arrangements and the lack of that as well is what has now, of course, gone on to draw the ire of people. We've spoken with many fans as well yesterday who came out, who were furious to say the least at the lack of arrangements, lack of preparations, and most importantly, now raising questions about whether this was a tragedy that could have very well been avoided. The Home Minister, of course, but
lives have been lost, Neha, and accountability should be fixed. We'll keep asking those questions, and this remains the top focus here on Times Now. Thank you, Neha and Imran, for joining us with the latest breaking news inputs. With that, it's time for us to take a short commercial break.